Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome to my channel, Roseology. So last collective reading or reading for the collective, I asked you guys if you wanted me to do more of these general style type of readings, and a lot of you said yes. So we're back for another one. This is a timeless reading, like all of these readings pretty much, but I am reading this under the current transits where we are about to have the next major moon phase is going to be the new moon in Virgo, and this is a pretty pivotal new moon because the south node is currently in Virgo, the sign where we are going to be experiencing this next new moon on August 23rd. Again, this is a timeless reading, but these are the transits that I'm reading under. Timestamps are down below if you just want to jump to the oracle messages or the tarot reading, because I do want to talk a little bit about the current transits that we are under. This is going to be a significant new moon because the south node is currently in Virgo, and although the sun nor moon will conjunct the south node, this new moon is still activating that south node karmic pressure that we've all been under and that we have all been feeling. And the south node is just a point that is connected to the moon in astrology, and it is the point where her orbital path, it dips below the ecliptic plane. And how that translates in astrology is it's going to be connected to things like karma, the past lessons, where we are coming from. These are certain cycles and patterns that may be a little difficult or challenging to kind of break out of because we've grown so used to them. We have practiced the south node so much that it's become second nature to behave in a certain way or keep up with the same practices. But when we are fully in our south node, more times than not, we end up feeling like our life is in a rut somewhere. And it's a place that we generally try or want to break free from. We just don't know how to. So the South Node is like a full body experience. It's where we're most comfortable. You know how people have their comfort movies or maybe like a comfort video game that they play or a person that they're most comfortable around. That is going to be the sort of feeling that the South Node can give you, but it can be a bit heavy because it's also where we are carrying the most baggage around too. So it's a place that we aspire to break free from a lot of the times. So yeah, anyways, that is the energy that I'm currently reading under, and I just want to channel some messages before we get to this new moon in Virgo. Again, this is a timeless reading. Okay, so this is going to be a pretty brief reading because I want to keep this short and to the point so you guys can kind of check this out and do some journal prompts or so you guys can start getting prepared to maybe work with the next moon phase or, set some intentions or manifest whatever it may be, do some energy work. So let's get started. The very first tarot card that we have is the Five of Swords. Then we have the King of Wands. The Three of Cups. And the Moon. So the Five of Swords is definitely giving some South Node energy for sure. The Five of Swords is actually saying, though, wherever you have experienced maybe a recent failure or have been feeling defeated, it happened to basically stop us in our tracks because we weren't listening somewhere. So somewhere, you may have been pretty hard-headed, not paying attention to the signs, maybe ignoring your intuition, excusing questionable behavior, and overlooking the obvious to the point that you could have unintentionally put yourself in harm's way or in a toxic situation. And it's like someone ignoring a stop sign, pretty much. There's been a blockage around somewhere. And the funny thing is it's coming through as like a divine blockage almost, which might sound weird, but the universe creates all things. Whether we label it as good or bad is up to us. But it's very similar to the Wheel of Fortune, right? Where it's all subjective. Depending on where you are standing on that wheel, you may see it as a good thing or a bad thing. But also, for example, there's experiences that may have started out great but ended terribly, or vice versa. There may have been certain chapters or seasons in our life that started out terrible and ended great. So the universe is not going to continue to allow you to travel somewhere because it's not in your best interest with this Five of Swords right here. Also, many of you have prayed or set intentions for protection, and this is how protection has showed up in your life with this Five of Swords or a Five of Swords situation, which has manifested into an immovable person or situation that refuses to cooperate. Whomever or whatever has been giving you a hard time or wasting your time or been unfair or been unreasonable or unnecessarily difficult, or maybe they are in the way and will not move. They have been strategically put there by the universe to stop you from driving driving past that stop sign. For example, the universe saw us driving right past that stop sign. So instead, something had to get annoying, something had to get frustrating, something had to get irritating. It had to become so apparent, so vivid, so tangible that you couldn't help but to see this situation as a problem, or to see the situation as a blockage or a shut door. For example, it's like the universe saw us missing that stop sign. So instead, there's road work being done here that forces us to take another route. You're meant to win in another way with the King of Wands right here. This king is a victor in every single battle. He is a seasoned warrior. And so this Five of Swords situation is not here to hurt you or to disempower you or to victimize you or even frustrate you. There is a deeper purpose for the Five of Swords presence in your life. It's not there for you to fix or to heal or to manage or to treat or to unblock or to even overcome with the King of Wands. Some things are meant to be ignored or even given up on for us to remove our presence and our energy from it. This is one of those situations. As a seasoned warrior, the King of Wands has mastered studying his opposition and knowing their weaknesses as well as their strengths, and it helps him determine which battles are meant to be fought and which ones aren't. Not every victory is worth it, and not every defeat is a loss. So the Five of Swords here has appeared because we, the collective, we've been denying ourselves. We may have been willing to settle for less somewhere and deal with some bullshit. And because you guys have the stamina with the King of Wands and the willpower to go toe to toe with anyone and anything in your way, this Five of Swords situation had to manifest. The universe had to put it in your way. It had to block you with the Five of Swords situation. That's because that is not where your power was meant to be used. This Five of Swords showed up for you to tap into your inner King of Wands, the king who holds himself in the highest of regards and does not fight just anything because he knows he can. He picks and chooses his battles, in other words, and that is something that he's had to learn over time through the wins and the losses that he has accumulated over time in his lifetime. He's developed the wisdom to know what's worth it. And it's funny, you guys, but one of the final lessons that we're passing with this South Node transit here is learning when to walk away, when to give up, when to say enough is enough, when to say no, when to stop trying, when to save ourselves and put ourselves first, when to protect ourselves as well with this Three of Cups over here, when to embrace what is easy. We are releasing the idea of if something seems too good to be true, it probably is. The South Node lesson is teaching us and almost forcing a lot of us to break out of the cycle of struggle being expected, of having to work so hard that we almost break ourselves and break our body down just to make it. That lesson has been released. It's unfamiliar as well with the Moon card right here. This is a very unfamiliar territory. It feels odd to a lot of you that you've been toying with the idea of just walking away, of not fighting back, of not even reacting, of not saying anything, of not defending yourself, that you no longer feel like fighting or hustling or managing. This might not even be about shifting into the soft life for everyone, but it's definitely about taking situations as they are the first time and not continuing to ignore what is in front of us with the Five of Swords right here, or us not continuing to be hard-headed because, as my grandma used to say, a hard head makes for a soft ass. And we have paid that price time and time again. We're not fighting the obvious anymore. And this makes so much sense with Virgo because it's a mutable earth sign, meaning Virgo can keep up better than anyone when it comes to adapting, improvising, and working with what is in front of you. Virgo is a natural healer, so its resilience is quiet. It's not always noticeable, but Virgo will give all of itself if it means getting to the solution, which is why Spirit put an unsolvable, I'll call it, it put this unsolvable problem ahead of us with the Five of Swords right here, so we can learn to walk away with grace. A lot of us learn how to leave something behind. For sure, a lot of us, we've just accepted that, hey, we got to walk away sometimes. But it's at too high of a cost. We've normalized walking away after being disrespected one too many times, or after feeling disempowered, or after losing our self-esteem, or after we've forgotten our self-worth, or after we lost ourselves, after we sacrificed time that we can't get back. We lost too much before walking away. So it's not necessarily the walking away, but how and when we do it. That was what needed to be learned. And so the lesson here is releasing us. So don't be afraid of walking away too early or too soon from a situation, okay? Especially if it just means protecting your peace with the Three of Cups right here. You don't need a reason with the King of Wands. The King of Wands answers to no one. You don't need a reason. It's just simply about trusting where you feel called to go, trusting where you feel led. If there seems to be a blockage in front of you that's not moving, that's not going anywhere, okay, let me pivot. Let me go in a different direction with the Moon card right here. Even if this wasn't a part of the plan, the Moon card, it talks about the unexpected. It talks about the unknown. It talks about unfamiliar territory. Even if this wasn't a part of the plan, even if I have to completely throw away the plan, I might not have a plan B or a plan C. All I might have had was a plan A. If that means throwing away the entire plan and throw caution to the wind with the Moon card right here, then that's what needs to be done. So let's see what other karmic lessons may be releasing us before this new moon in Virgo. Again, this is a timeless reading. It doesn't matter when you're seeing this. You could be seeing this after the new moon in Virgo on the 23rd. Whenever you see this is when you're meant to. Okay, and so we have here empowered. Underneath the deck, we have revive, focus, and time. And focus here says trigger statement. I don't want to be here. True statement. I'm exactly where I need to be. You are ready to allow the energy from the divine and Mother Earth to fuel you as you fulfill your potential here. So there is even potential that is being saved or preserved as we choose to walk away from certain things. So this is an empowering time for you. So whatever lesson is coming to an end, it has led you to accepting your own unique journey. Again, even if it wasn't a part of the plan, even if it wasn't ideal, even if it wasn't necessarily where you want it to be, with the trigger statement saying, I don't want to be here, it is where you need it to be. And whatever lesson that you guys have been under with the South Node transit here, you guys have gradually learned to embrace the process, to embrace the journey, because it's helping you meet or fulfill your own potential. And then underneath the deck here, we have time, revive, trigger statement. I cannot stand myself. True statement. I am aligned. Go within and allow everything that is not resonant to be purged so you can come from your heart, which is your seat of power. Again, this is talking about power. So with revive and empowered here, this is about the revival of you guys' power. This is about you stepping into your King of Wands. As we can see down here, he is totally in his authority, in his sovereignty. He's definitely stepped into his own power. The lesson that you guys are being released from or are currently passing, whenever you see this reading here, just know that you guys are moving into a place where you feel totally aligned. You feel so in tune with your own destiny and your own fate. Just like it says here, I'm aligned and I'm exactly where I need to be. Okay? If you guys aren't feeling this yet, it's coming. Trust me, it is coming. I'm going to grab a couple of messages from this upcoming new moon. For those of you that are seeing this in real time, let's just grab a couple of messages here from this upcoming new moon. Okay, we have accept responsibility, the moon's reflection. This is okay. And then underneath the deck, we have take a breath. So accept responsibility, again, has everything to do with knowing when to walk away, not walking away because we have grown so exhausted with the situation or a person that it has just drained us till there is nothing left. No, that is not stepping into our power. That's not taking responsibility for basically our part in how long we have put up with a certain situation or certain circumstances. We have power somewhere in accepting responsibility for when we choose to release ourselves from a situation that is not changing. Five of Swords. There's a Five of Swords situation that will not budge around many of us right now for the Five of Swords to come out. There is a stubborn or rigid or impossible situation that refuses to change. What that does is that puts the ball back in our court and it says, okay, well then I have to do the next best thing for myself. I have to accept responsibility, leave the situation behind, because I have to use wisdom and realize that it's not worth me losing time, losing myself, being drained, being stressed out. It's not worth it in the long run. So where can we accept responsibility for a situation, for a Five of Swords situation that won't change? It's not about taking responsibility for someone else's or something else's actions or behaviors, but more so about us realizing that, okay, I have power in what I accept and in what I allow. Okay, so where can we accept responsibility with the moon's reflection right here? We may even be, for those of you seeing this in real time, around the new moon in Virgo, we may be like really reflecting, like really thinking on like, really thinking back on certain situations where maybe we stayed too long, where maybe we didn't leave soon enough, where maybe we lost more than what we gained from the situation. We may definitely be in that mindset. Like I said, the South Node, it has everything to do with the past or karmic baggage, stuff like that. Past lessons that we have learned from, that we have grown from. This is the parts of life that feel like a rut, that feels like something that we want to escape. This is something that we do because it feels comfortable, but at the same time, it's that comfort that makes us feel like we are wasting our life away. And so we may be reflecting on those parts of our life where it's like we feel like, okay, I deserve better. I have more potential than this. I have higher standards than this. I need to walk away from something. I need to leave something behind. And then with Take a Breath right here, you guys may be taking a moment to stop and reflect and think about your next step and what you want to do next. Moon card over here, like we talked about. Let me pull a crystal message here, see what we get. Oh, okay, we got serpentine, and underneath the deck here we have kunzite, and serpentine looks like this. And serpentine says what it is: a lime to kale green stone with a reptilian appearance. Serpentine's activating energy is like a deep exfoliation treatment for the spiritual self. Who needs it? Kundalini yogis, anyone in need of a fresh start. Exactly. This is a fresh start, walking away. Like it says right here, where to put it. During meditation, hold serpentine in each hand and concentrate on circulating energy from the base of the spine to the crown of the head. When to use it: when it is time to let go. Do you guys see this? When to use it: when it is time to let go of tired beliefs and get stuck energy unstuck. This is that Five of Swords. What have we been talking about this whole reading? That there is a blockage, a divine blockage in the way on purpose. This is that manifestation of that South Node energy that is saying, no, you don't need to go any further. The divine, the Most High, the universe has placed this blockage in our way so we don't continue to drive past the stop sign. Okay, so like it says here, when it's time to let go of tired beliefs and get stuck energy unstuck. If serpentine arrives in your life, it is an invitation to rip off all the proverbial band-aids and regroup. Hit the sauna, sweat it out, and release all lingering drama. Awaken your reptilian nature. I love getting in the sauna and just like there's something so relaxing about that. I don't know what it is about just like being in 150-degree heat. It is so relaxing. It's weird. Anyways, underneath the deck here, we have kunzite. It looks like that. Oh, that's beautiful stone. Wow, I kind of want some. Anyways, it says what it is: a high vibe lithium infused lilac pink stone that glows with an energy that could be described in a word as cuddly. Who needs it? Anyone with a heavy heart about something. Collectors of good vibrations. Where to put it: place on your heart and breathe deeply. Oh, just like Take a Breath right here. Breathe deeply of kunzite's cotton candy essence, or hold in your left hand and whisper sweet nothings to yourself. When to use it: call on kunzite after a breakup. Ooh, or a major disappointment. This is that Five of Swords, like we talked about, a disappointment, or when you were beating yourself up about something. This is that accept responsibility moon card right here. Like, damn, I should have left sooner. I shouldn't have stayed in this situation for so long. I lost so much. I lost myself. I've lost my self-esteem. I don't know who I am. I don't know where I'm going. I don't know what I should do. This is so aligned with this reading right here. It says you don't need permission to be here. You belong. If you forget that, just like these I'm aligned cards and I'm exactly where I need to be right here, you don't need permission to be here. You belong. If you forget that, pause, tap into kunzite's pink prismatic vibration and let love rule. Open up your love channel. I don't know why I want to shuffle for one more. Hold on. Oh. Let's see if there's one more. Oh, wow. This is Epidote, I believe. An epidote here, and underneath the deck now is Moonstone to work with this new moon. Epidote here says what it is. Epidote is prismatic, earthy green. Oh, and it looks like this, you guys. It says it is a prismatic earthy green aluminum silicate mineral. It is the get what you give stone, making good vibes even better. But be warned, if you bring epidote into your world, be ready to bring it. If you're set on wallowing out, keep epidote at a safe distance. Who needs it? Anyone putting in the work on their self. Where to put it, stashed away with your existential to-do list. When to use it, when you are looking to kick a bad habit, a bad friend, or a bad mood. This is that 5 of Swords. And then it says when you want to cast a spotlight on your weaknesses so you can work on them. This is upgrade your version of you with epidote right here. And then Moonstone underneath the deck looks like this. And it says what it is, a shimmering protective talisman for travelers since way back. Moonstone is a dreamy white to peach-hued feldspar mineral for gazers of sky and soul. Who needs it? All you earth goddesses out there and the people you keep around who need to work with their empathy, patience, and intuition. Where to put it, on your bedside table, on your overnight bag with your passport and eye mask. When to use it, under a new moon. Oh, this is that upcoming new moon, you guys. Use it to set intentions that align with your purest, life-affirming, inner child nurturing calling. Under a full moon. Moonstone belongs in the bedroom or wherever you get down. Find your natural rhythm. So even if you guys are seeing this after the new moon in Virgo, just whenever there's the next, new moon or full moon phase coming up, you can work with the energy of moonstone if you have any. I need to find my moonstone. I don't know where it's at. And a message from the angels of abundance. This says here, no more complaining. Underneath the deck, we have visualized abundance in all forms. No more complaining says complaints are affirmations of victimhood, which is never true spiritually. Take back your God-given power. Like we talked about the King of Wands. This is you guys taking back your power and saying, I don't need to put up with this. Actually, I can leave right now. I can walk away from this because it's not serving me or it's actually harming me. It says, take back your God-given power by affirming that you have an abundance of choices and freedom. You guys have a choice, like what we talked about the moon card right here. Even if you have to throw away your plans and improvise or travel down a road that you've never been down and just figure it out as you go along, that is better than staying somewhere where you know it is toxic, where you know it's not working for you. It says with your increased confidence and assertiveness, this is what we talked about the King of Wands, watch these positive affirmations blossom into reality. Okay, no more complaining here. And then underneath the deck, it says visualize abundance in all forms. God gave you such great spiritual power that everything you visualize eventually becomes reality. Hold a steady vision of that which is beautiful, healthful, positive, and filled with blessings, and that is what you will experience. So tap into your I am concept. Okay, definitely focus on tapping into your I am concept. And just a final ancestor message. Okay, underneath the deck, we have enjoy music, instruments, sound, and tone. But what came out for us is move your body, dance, breathe, and flow. Okay. And move your body, the ancestor speaks, says you are encouraged to ground your spiritual endeavors through your breath and body work. Oh, this is that take a breath card right here. It says your physical body needs your attention. Try regular low impact exercises such as yoga, swimming, dancing, or Tai Chi that will improve coordination, build muscle strength, and help you focus on your breathing. Moving your body is powerful as it enables you to become more connected with your spiritual self. The divinatory meaning says be aware of your physical needs. Get to know what areas of your body require attention. Set out to increase your physical strength. This is not a time for you to put yourself down or focus on anything that you may feel is negative about your body. It is time for the powerful reclamation of your physical self, of your whole self. Actively work toward the best health possible. Dancing is also highlighted. Enjoy some music, relax, and let the energy flow as you move your body. Okay, you guys, so really take the time to move your body. Whenever you're seeing this reading, just get out, walk, jog, yoga, whatever kind of helps you to get present in your own body is really going to help you tap into the more so a higher vibration as well. But you guys, this is it. This is all that I am seeing. Thank you so very much for tuning in. There will be more of these collective general readings for sure, you guys, because I love doing this. I do this every week for the YouTube members and the Patreon members, but I'm going to start doing these as well for you guys during certain maybe like transits or, whatnot, just whenever it feels right. But other than that, you guys, thank you so very much for tuning in. Let me take this time to thank your guides, my guides, our higher self, amazing spirit for these messages, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye.